Most of us have probably heard the questions, do you have any pods? Yo, can I hit your Juul? What flavor you got? Who put toilets in the Juul room? For our generation, it seems Juuls have become very popular. I don't go to school or to a party without seeing a Juul. Even with my friends, almost all of them have a Juul. In fact, for my 17th birthday, they all pitched in and got me one. I didn't even ask for it. I remember the first time my friend lost her Juul. She had an absolute meltdown. As she tore apart her room, she began to shed a few tears. Once she found it, it was like someone had told her they found a cure for a life-threatening disease she had been diagnosed with. From college students to even middle school students, the Juul has become a major fad. A Juul is a small vaping device or e-cigarette. Its features are similar to a flash drive as it holds the same shape and sleekness. The juice inside of a Juul is within a pod. Pods come in packs of 4 in flavors such as cucumber, creme brulee, mint, fruit medley, and mango. The chief of the FDA calls e-cigarettes a youth epidemic. After years of work to campaign against the underage smoking cigarettes, the FDA now has to fight the battle against underage vaping, as they are concerned with a whole new generation becoming addicted to nicotine. New York Times stated the number of high school students who used e-cigarettes in the past 30 days has risen roughly 75% since last year to about 3 million. According to preliminary unpublished data confirmed by the FDA, Dr. Gottlieb, who is the American Physician Commissioner for the FDA, he has repeatedly noted that the candy-like names and flavors of many vaping liquids seem intended to attract younger users. The Juul company currently holds 72% of the e-cigarette market. The FDA is targeting the Juul company not only due to their marketing coverage, but from the concern that Juul may be producing their product to appeal to specifically minors. With great concern, the FDA began to take action. The New York Times stated that the Food and Drug Administration conducted a surprise inspection of the headquarters of the e-cigarette maker, Juul Labs. The FDA stated they had been conducting a large-scale undercover nationwide blitz to crack down on the sale of e-cigarettes, specifically Juul products. The inspection took place to gain access to documentation on who the company is selling to. Companies such as Juul, who have distributors as well as small chains like gas stations, vape shops, and drugstores, sell this product, which is then bought from that secondary business by a consumer. These contracts show which secondary businesses are buying their product and provides information regarding the product's sales. These sale reports show who these secondary businesses are selling to and how they go about distribution. The FDA's major inquiry was to find answers that could explain why minors have been able to obtain Juuls. The new and highly disturbing data we have on youth use demonstrates plainly that e-cigarettes are creating an epidemic of regular nicotine use among teens, the FDA said in a statement. It is vital that we take action to understand and address the particular appeal of and ease of access to these products among kids. Juul did not fight back and cooperated appropriately. Juul CEO Kevin Burns emphasized in a statement provided to Time after the recent FDA inspection that Juul's products are made only for adult smokers and that the company does not condone youth vaping. E-cigarettes are not legally available to anyone under the age of 18. They are typically meant to give adult smokers a healthier alternative to smoking cigarettes. They gave the FDA any documentation regarding their marketing contracts and sales they asked for, helping to determine which businesses were selling to the underage. Burns also stated that during meetings recently with the FDA, they provided information about their business from their marketing practices to other industry-leading online age verification protocols to their youth prevention efforts. He added that it was a constructive and transparent dialogue. He went on to state that they provided over 50,000 pages of documents to the FDA since April that support their public statements. According to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, this is the largest coordinated enforcement effort in the FDA's history, and that the agency issued more than 1,300 warning letters and civil money penalty complaints, which are fines, to retailers who illegally sold Juul and other e-cigarette products to minors. Once investigating and raiding the company unexpectedly, the FDA came out with a statement announcing Wednesday, September 26, a massive enforcement action against retailers for allegedly selling e-cigarettes to minors and warning manufacturers for a potential ban on flavored e-cigarette liquids. The reasoning for this is due to the fear of new generations becoming addicted and dependent on nicotine. The FDA began to prevent this addiction crisis starting with cigarettes, and now they are finding a new source to campaign against, the Juul. Juul is also supportive of this campaign. They believe their product is a great alternative for cigarettes for those looking to quit. Their product is not intended for young kids to become addicted to. On a pack of pods, which is the nicotine juice for the Juul, it states that the product is intended as an alternative for adult smokers. Since the ongoing investigation, the FDA came up with a plan in September, giving 5 of the largest e-cigarette companies, including Juul, 60 days to produce plans on limiting the distribution of their product to minors, or the FDA may pose a ban on e-cigarettes. Burns stated, "We look forward to presenting our plan to address youth access in the 60-day time frame, as outlined by the FDA. We want to be a part of the solution in preventing underage use, and we believe it will take the industry and regulators working together to restrict youth access." As companies such as Juul devise a plan, the FDA is focusing on campaigns around high schools and colleges to bring awareness of the epidemic. They have put up posters in high school bathrooms, inspired stricter enforcement on the vaping rule, public speakers and commercials, all broadcasting the crisis aimed at e-cigarettes. The campaign is called The Real Cost. Commercials for The Real Cost show teens vaping and juuling with disturbing physical changes. It's like on their face, it's like a vein right there, that symbolize the mental effects of addiction. They have posted these videos on social media, broadcasted them, and taken screen caps of these gory-looking teens using them as posters. The possible ban on e-cigarettes could mean a lot of things. If Juul is shut down, what will happen to our generation? Is it too late for us? Will we all be having mental breakdowns like my friend, just because we can't get a buzz or function without our Juul? Even I'm not prepared to watch my friends lose their one true solace. Thank you.